everybody, and welcome to Heel Heat. This is our WWE show. My name is George Coles. This is my tag team partner, Grandmaster Sexy.
Thanks, Scotty Too Naughty. My name is Gary Rhodes.
And before we get into the show, I want to say thank you to another YouTube channel called Cult Moo. If you didn't see, we did the first international massive, some other bullshit, Bud Light Chelada Chug. And through that, the video itself has the most views of any of our videos, and it also brought us a nice group of new subscribers, and we want to thank the guys over at Cult Moo for doing that for us, letting us be involved in it. We had a great time with it, even though it doesn't look like I did.
I had an awesome time. It was breathless.
I thought the video was hilarious personally, even though I'm the one in pain in it. But we thank you guys for letting us be involved.
I was a little bit of pain too, George.
And while we're at it, we're going to thank a couple other people too. Thanks to Paul and Lou on the Deadly Sins for continually promoting us. Thanks to Warren at Row Web Designs for all the awesome logos he's made for us and all the promotion work he's done for us as well. He's been a real big supporter of this, and we appreciate you guys helping us out. And you know, we're just a little show right now. Maybe one day we'll get bigger. Also, thanks to the Mass Tweeter.
I was about to say, the man that took your hair.
Yeah, the Mass Tweeter as well for also promoting us and helping us get out there. Just want to say some thank you out to you guys, because we're starting to build up a little bit, and we appreciate all you guys do to help us get our name out there. And with that said, let's go right into it. Let's talk about some stuff that happened on SmackDown. The first thing I want to talk about was a running thing through the whole show. The Daniel Bryan and Kane show is what SmackDown eventually became.
Oh, that's what every show should be. I'm telling you, that is the best gimmick going right now.
And then they laid waste to the entire tag team division at the end of the show.
It was kind of like a double-edged sword, because they hurt the tag team division, but I think they actually helped it more. You know, they hurt it by destroying the guys, but they helped it by actually putting them on the damn television.
Right.
You know, and that's what counts. Wins and losses don't count. It's a matter of how much you're on television. That's what counts.
And some other things, usually we don't talk much about the SmackDown show, because it's usually a rather boring show, and they show more Raw recaps than anything. Another big thing that happened was Cesaro breaking away from Oksana, which I'm very happy for. I'm glad to see him out on his own. The kid's got a ton of talent.
She's dead weight, you know. I mean, it'd help if she was a talker, which he's not. He does all the talking, and he does all his work in the ring. You know, she really is not there for any kind of support. She's just a waste of space.
No.
Put her with somebody like
nobody.
Exactly.
I'm not a fan of Oksana. I don't think she can't talk. She tries to hog up the screen time personally, in my opinion. And
she's like Sable on steroids.
Nah. But Sable is better looking.
Exactly. I'm just saying, she's always hungry for that attention.
I said Sable was good looking. Am I pissing off Lesnar again?
You gonna call him out again?
Nah.
You tell him this bitch looks good?
I don't know what Rena looks like now.
She looks about the same.
Okay. Plastic surgery does wonders.
She ain't that much older.
And then the other thing that stuck out really good on SmackDown was that they started a new group with Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, and Drew McIntyre called Encore. I think the group has a little bit of potential. You got three guys that really aren't doing nothing. I like the group pairing together. I don't know who the leader's going to be. None of them really stuck out as a leader to me.
No.
But I do like them as a group. Give them something to do. Maybe they could be inserted into the tag team division as like a Freebird rule, where any two of the three can compete.
I think they're, you know, I like the Mahal, and I like McIntyre. I'm not very high on Wendy being with him. I think he's better off being on his own with, you know, he's getting his ass beat every week, but he's getting television time. And like I said, what's more important than the one loss is being on damn television.
Exactly.
I would have kind of went with him like an un-Americans kind of group, you know, like the Foreign Fanatics, something of that nature, you know. Put Cesaro as their leader.
I like that idea. Maybe he will eventually become the leader. But then before we get into the Raw show, we want to talk about our question of the week. Now, last week's question of the week was, what do you think the best catchphrase was? Best Stone Cold Steve Austin catchphrase. Now, before we go into our opinions, the first one I want to give is from our friend Paul Panda Bear Pickett. He said, have to go with the line that I felt really got Austin over as a heel when he won King of the Ring. Austin 3:16 says, I just whooped your ass. Classic line, one of the greatest moments in the history of wrestling. It really built to the Stone Cold character, who eventually became the biggest character in the history of wrestling. I can't disagree with that. What do you think yours would be?
I went first last time. How about you?
What?
What? That's the answer right there. What?
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 We promised beforehand we started doing this show that we'd never do this on the air, but you get a a wild chance to do what?
What?
You gotta do it. What?
I mean, to me, and I think you're agreeing now, it's a catchphrase. It was a stupid throwaway line. If you ever heard how he came up with it, he was just picking on Christian one day and left a 20-minute voicemail just saying what over and over again.
I just passed a stop sign. What?
And he brought it on the TV, and the power of it is that it's still being used today. I mean, sometimes it is annoying when you got a guy that you legitimately want to hear talk, but it's still a catchphrase that's over today. Not saying Austin 316 is not, because Stone Cold said so. All his lines are still over, but what I think is the biggest of his lines.
I think yes or no is going to be the next what.
Yeah, basically.
If Austin came out to the ring, what would have a louder chant? The yes chant or the what chant? Yes, right. What?
And with that, our question of the week for this week, what do you think the best movie starring a wrestler? Now, I'm not talking about a little bit part like Edge and Highlander. I'm talking about starring. He's either the main star or one of the main stars of the movie. Let us know what you think. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Facebook. Put it down in the comments. Down where?
Down there.
It's his only spot. I gotta give it to him.
Hit it like a home run every time, baby.
It's like Wade Boggs over here.
Ooh,
but anyway,
perfect.
And another thing I want to talk about is our heel of the week for the week. Now, this was something I can't remember if it was Lou over at the Deadly Sins or Paul, but one of the two of them suggested it on their podcast. I thought it was a funny idea. Our heel of the week is Gary G.R. Rhodes for ribbing me during the challenge video.
Oh, that's good. You caught me by surprise on that one.
I knew you'd like it. That's why I kept it.
I do love myself. I have to go with you on that one. That's awesome.
So Gary's the heel of the week for ribbing me during the video. And then we want to talk about our Raw show. It had a really solid opener with CM Punk, Paul Heyman, the referee, I forget his name already, and AJ Lee. The whole thing, I mean, anytime you put Paul and Punk both in the ring together, it's going to be gold. The guys are two tremendous talkers. I know the detraction is Punk doesn't need a mouthpiece, but neither did Flair when he had Heyman.
Or Perfect when he had Perfect.
Yeah, and it worked. Rude didn't need a mouthpiece.
No.
But when you put these two together, I think it's gold. I really like the line that Heyman said to AJ Lee when he said, "We could be the best power couple. I'll come up with the ideas and you'll steal them. Shoot."
Mm-hmm. The thing that works good with Heyman and Punk together is Heyman legitimizes Punk's heel turn.
Yeah.
Because people still want to chant him, but now...
And they still are.
And they still are. But, I mean, honestly, he's still the most over, between him and Bryan, those two are, head and shoulders over Cena as being over right now. And they're still jamming Cena down our throats, and I'm just sick of it.
We'll get to that.
Well, I'm just saying.
Then we had the first match of the night, which I think was the best match of the night. Kofi Kingston, who is a guy I'm really high on, and Dolph Ziggler, who everybody's really high on, had a tremendous match, probably one of the best TV matches that I've seen in a long time.
And the thing that I hear going on the internet is that they're thinking about doing a double reversal between not with Kofi, but with
Ziggler
and Orton. Orton wants to be a heel. Ziggler's too damn over to be a heel anymore right now. There's certain spots.
Yeah.
So I think I'll look for that in the future. I don't know if it's going to be before the title match or not.
And then we had another thing, the Kane and Daniel Bryan segments in the diner. They were awesome. You had Kane as a waiter, the Harry Met Sally thing. I mean, it was tremendous. Daniel Bryan throwing up after eating a meatball.
It looked like he was really throwing up too.
It kind of looked like me on the video, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. His face was a little bit redder than yours, though.
Oh, he probably was just holding his breath, though.
Yeah.
But these guys are comedy gold. These guys, whoever came up with this pairing needs to get a raise because it is a tremendous pairing. Everything they did was gold out there.
I'm happy for Kane in this deal because, I mean, Bryan's still a young guy.
Yeah.
But Kane's, I mean, he's getting towards the end of his run there.
Now, the one thing I wanted to add, when they came out later for the name thing, I didn't like any of the options. The Team Friendship, Team Hell No.
Friendship.
And what was the other one? I don't even remember the other one.
Who cares about the other one? It got like 11%.
But both, they ended up with being Team Hell No. I thought it was a horrible name. They could have come up with something better. But I did like that Cody and Sandow came out and attacked him afterwards.
The Rhodes Scholars.
The Rhodes Scholars. I like that name a lot better. And I really like the Sandow shirt, too.
Oh, I know. And I looked online. I couldn't find it yet.
It's on Shop Zone today.
All right. How much is that going for right now?
Like $25.
Oh, that's not bad.
But anyway, I mean, I really liked that. I liked what they did. It kind of gets some kind of payback from what they did to them on a Friday night's SmackDown show.
And I like the pairing of it. It's keeping Cody away from the world title.
Yeah.
But, you know, right now you got so much stuff going on around it, so he's not floundering. He's got a good guy to be partnering with, and he's kind of building up Sandow too. He's legitimizing him.
Then we got you got Foley and Punk segment. Absolutely tremendous. Mick Foley come out, and I've been critical. Mick Foley's my absolute favorite wrestler. In the past couple years, he's really been mailing in his performances. Last night, he did not mail that in at all. Mick Foley was dead on, right on the money. You could tell he wants to help Punk get over.
You know, the thing is, it looks like they're, you know, the whole time that they did it, it looked like they were just going to build it up for him and Punk. First time ever, Hell in a Cell, last time ever, you know, that whole thing there, which would sell tickets. But of course, it has to go to pump up Cena. Well, I know. I'm just saying. Well, it's in that segment.
Yeah, it's in that part.
Where you got to beat Cena to be the man. He's already beaten him.
I think it was a tremendous exchange. Help put Punk more over as a heel. Put Foley over. Foley's never not going to be a face at this point. He could do the most heelish thing ever, and fans are still going to love him because Foley is God. And, you know, it was tremendous. I loved the segment very much. It kind of reminded me of the old Foley and Rock segments a little bit. When they were against each other, not Rock and Sock.
I would go more like Foley Austin.
That too. I mean, Foley, you could tell he wanted to help put Punk over.
Oh, yeah.
Then we had the Miz vs. Ryback match. I really didn't like it for the fact that Ryback destroyed a former world champion so easily. And the Intercontinental champion.
A former WWE champion that beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
By hook or by crook, he still has the W at WrestleMania.
And Ryback destroyed him. That should have been a hard match for Ryback. When you step up in the competition, the matches should be harder for you. You still shouldn't be walking through them. I mean, I don't care what the build is up on the guy. He's not The Undertaker. He's not Goldberg. I mean, that's what they're building him as, but I didn't like the fact that he just ran through Miz like a knife through butter.
No, I didn't like that.
But
you know what? They gave Kofi and them that length of time for a match, and they've really had short matches in there. They could have eliminated some of the shit segments and made that a longer match and seen if the kid wouldn't have got blown
They could have
away.
got rid of the Divas match and the Prime Time Players match. They could have both of them could have been lost.
Well, we're not talking about them, so screw them.
Right, Ryder and Santino as a team. I mean, come on, that's a joke. You guys have actual teams on there that you could use, but.
Well, and the thing is, they have the team of. But we'll talk about the next thing is Tyson Kidd versus Barrett. Tyson Kidd's in a tag team
with Justin Gabriel,
and they've not wrestled as a tag team yet on television.
They just show them in the outsides, and it's kind of ridiculous. That was a match I had a lot of hope for. Barrett versus Kidd. I wish they would have gave it more time.
They should have given more time too.
I understand the booking aspect of making Barrett a destroyer on his comeback, especially with the Fight Club gimmick he's doing. I'm not liking this the second week in a row. I don't like Barrett's new finisher.
He didn't hit it clean either.
He hit the black hole slam in the middle of the match, Abyss's move. Mm-hmm. Why not let him use that?
Well, he's used it before too, and it, you know, he does it very effectively. It makes it look real. I'm not a fan of Wasteland. I'd rather have the Boss Man Slam.
I like Wasteland better than the elbow.
Yeah, the elbow to me it's redundant. It's a stupid move. It's generic.
Then after that we had the feel good segment of the night. Jerry the King Lawler sitting on his throne. Who would have thought it? Jerry has an actual throne at his house. You never seen it before? No, I never did.
Yeah, I've seen they did a video on Confidential.
Was it on Confidential?
Yeah.
I think now that you say that, I think
that's his house he was in, yeah.
But it made me feel really good inside. I'm not the hugest Jerry Lawler fan. but I don't want to see bad happen to the guy either. I really enjoyed it. It felt really good as a fan to see him back out there. I can't wait till he's back on the announce table. At this point, I think it's...
See, what I think they should do with the announce table, Jerry comes back, if they're going to keep Jim Ross, how about this? I know Cole wants to stay on there the full 3 hours. Put Cole there for the first hour and a half, have JR, second half hour, have King, or put them two together and then have a second announce team like they did with Nitro back in the day. You know, it kind of keeps things
Shivani
fresh.
Stayed.
Well, of course, Shivani is...
That's what they could do with Cola, like you said. They could do something... Here's a twist on that, and just thinking off the top of my head. The first half have a guest announcer every week, so it'd be Cole, JR, and the guest.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second half, Cole, JR, and the King, until King's ready to do it full time.
Mm-hmm. I think, the thing, I hate to say it, it was a sad time while he's gone, but I enjoyed hearing Jim Ross back.
Yeah.
I miss him as the announcer. And last week it was great with JBL there, too. I don't care what people say. I liked him as an announcer.
Yeah. Then we had, after that, we had the six-man match, Alberto Del Rio, Rodriguez, and Otunga versus Mysterio, Sin Cara, and Sheamus. I didn't like the match at all. I think it was improperly put. I just think it was a way to get all these guys out there and try to further the angle of Sheamus versus Del Rio, which has been done to death already.
I'm tired of it. And the only good part about it was Roberto Rodriguez. He's awesome in the ring because he's a wrestler that wrestles like a manager. And he does it just like Bobby Heenan does it.
Well, he also wrestled on the Indies under a mask as Chimera, and he was really good in the Indies. I mean, he's not anywhere he's not as flashy as someone like Justin Gabriel, but
yeah, he can move. But I like I like the way he wrestles as a manager.
Yeah.
Do I do this?
I thought it was good. You know, it would have been awesome if when they took off the suit, he had a singlet that was made to look like a suit, kind of like
that would have been good.
Kind of like Doink the Clown had the clown suit painted on. I mean, just a little touch for me that I would have liked. But it wasn't a match I was a fan of. It was just a clusterfuck match and just to kill space. After that, we had the Divas tag team match, which was total shit. Led to Beth getting attacked by Eve at the end because Eve is blaming Beth for attacking Caitlyn at Night of Champions.
That's her name, Caitlyn? I always forget it, dude. Who cares?
Who cares? They're interchangeable. Beth Phoenix is rumored to be on her way out. I think it's going to be a tremendous loss.
I do too. She's the best diva they got right now.
Her and Natalie.
Well, her and Natalie. But the thing is, they're not jobbing the shit out of Natalie. Making her a freaking joke, and then Beth's leaving. Yeah. What do they have left?
Now today she's denied the rumors that she's leaving, but who knows? Hopefully she's not. After that, we had a Brodus and Tensai. I was actually looking forward to the match because it gave Brodus someone that was
big.
Someone his size. I wanted to see what Brodus could do against him as a fan. And it was a decent looking matchup until Big Show comes out and knocks them both out. Now, is Big Show a face or is he a heel?
Who knows, dude? Who knows anymore? They've changed him around so many times. He is like a Cena to me. He's like a hog for the camera. And don't get me wrong. I respect the things the guy's done. He's but he's done things.
Champion.
But he's done things relied on his size, not his skill. And that's what you got to look at. If he was had all the accolades he's had in his career and was like minor your size, that's very impressive. But when you're 3 times the size of everybody else, you should shine more than winning one match at WrestleMania compared to out of 10.
Then we had the main event segment was Cena coming out talking about his injury, CM Punk coming out. That ended up Cena saying, "Come to Hell in a Cell. I can't wrestle, but it'll be a fight. I'll be there." Did Punk even say yes or no, or did he just walk away?
He just walked away.
He walked away from him, went to the back.
Well, actually, remember, he didn't walk away. He got hit with the lead pipe.
Yeah, when he threatened to beat him up. John Cena, you're injured. Go off of the show for a couple weeks. We don't need to see you every goddamn week. You're not what sells tickets anymore. Bryan and Punk are getting a better response than you.
Kane's getting a better response than him.
Well, Kane's tremendous. Get off of my damn TV and heal up. I don't care if you come back when you're healed. I don't need you in an interview segment because you're a fucking terrible talker most of the time anyway.
It looks like the guy that was in the red shirt at TNA taping last week. I'm just saying.
But
you'll look around and you get out of it. Terrible.
Ignore that. But then you had the thing that I like.
Talks.
He went to the back, and Punk went to the back, and as he's walking, Mick Foley gives him a disapproving look, and he kicks Mick Foley in the gut, and then walks away, turns around to walk again, and you see Punk standing there surprised. What he turns around to is Ryback. Now,
are they going to bury Ryback now, or are they going to have Punk lose in 2 minutes to him with a non-title match?
And the thing of it is, Ryback has had no serious competition other than The Miz, and now you're going to put him in a program with Punk, CM Punk, the guy that's been a champion 2 months short of a year? I mean, get real. No one believes him as a legitimate threat to CM Punk at this point.
That's what I said. They're going to bury it. They've been building his character up nice, and they've been actually doing it right. Nice and slow. And now they're going to destroy it. I promise you.
But, I didn't like it. I don't like Punk interacting with Ryback just yet. Maybe it'll be something where they'll bring in Lesnar to destroy Ryback or wrestle Ryback. Ryback destroying Lesnar I'd be okay with.
Exactly. It's something that needs to be done. He's handed the torch over.
Yeah, exactly. But, that's basically what we have to say about the WWE this week. My name is George Coles.
I'm the tag team champions, Gary Rhodes.
And this has been Heel Heat.